I'm trying. I can see it. I've like tricked everyone. Like, I can't go facial hair, but I get all of them to do it, and they can.
Did you have you tried doing something like that before?
Yeah, I've done it every year, but no one ever notices because I can't grow facial.
What about the lady? What does she think about it?
She hates it.
Who on this team would probably be best
At the facial hair?
At No Shave November.
That's a good question. I think Berto would probably be, he gets a pretty good beard going when he wants to. I don't know who else. Maybe no one else wants to. Everyone else keeps a pretty clean cut.
Not Chef.
Not Chef.
All right, Angus. Two exhibition games in the books. What did you take away from those?
Well, obviously the last game wasn't our best game. But I mean, the silver lining was probably that we didn't play our best. As weird as that is to say, it gives us something to work on. We can look at what we did wrong, what we really need to improve on. And I think it's been shown in different teams throughout time that, like, if they have a bad loss or they have a close win where they should have blown them out, the team kind of rallies and they play better from that point on. So that I'm hoping that's what the effect will be with us. That we'll kind of take this as a kind of a wake-up call and really start knuckling down when it comes to games.
Something Berto talked about, which is an interesting point. Last year you guys weren't able to close well. I know you weren't playing, but you saw the team wasn't really able to finish games the way you wanted. Well, that game, even though it was a team that you quote-unquote should have beaten, you guys were able to close it out. So was that another positive?
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely positive. I was a bit angry after the game. Rightfully so. But some of our coaches came up to us and kind of pointed out that as a positive. They said, we were up. I think it was 4 points with 3 minutes to go or something like that, and we ended up winning the game by 10, which is something that we didn't do any time last year. And we made all of our free throws down the stretch, and that's another thing that we really improved on also.
What was maybe that you were upset about? What were things that you were not happy with in the exhibition games?
I think I was just frustrated at how slow we came out. We were kind of really flat-footed. I think we took them for granted. We thought that we'd just roll past them because we're the Pac-12 school, and I think we went into the game a little bit arrogant, which I was pretty mad about. That you should never have that frame of mind going into a game. You should treat everyone as your equal and play every game the same. It doesn't matter who you're playing. So that, and then also I just wasn't happy with how we played at all. So.
How about you? 2 games under your belt now. Do you feel like you got your game legs back in, or is it going to be a little different when that opener comes around?
Yeah, these 2 exhibition games have definitely helped. I think I'll be far less anxious or nervous or whatever the word you want to use is for this first game against Coppin State. I really started to feel my groove a little bit in the last game, especially when I think me getting angry kind of blocked out everything else, the thoughts about my knee and stuff. So kind of, maybe I could just get angry again and I'd block out everything with my knee and I'll play better.
Offensively, obviously, you're going to get back into your rhythm, but do you feel, is there any concern that there might be too much weight offensively on Roberto to put up both of the points every single night? Or are you guys talking as the rest of the team want to alleviate that pressure from him?
Yeah, I think there's definitely guys on the team who can alleviate the pressure, and Bird just happened to be the guy the other night who just stepped up and he put up great numbers and he was playing phenomenal. So when a guy gets in the zone like that, you just got to keep rolling through him. I was watching film yesterday, and towards the end of the game when I was getting the ball at the top, I was just going to Roberto the whole time. I was just getting the ball in his hands because he was wheeling and dealing, making scoring points, doing his thing. So when a guy's playing like that, you got to get him the ball. So. But yeah, there's definitely other guys on the team who can score.
Who are they come to mind that can create their own offense and will create throughout this year?
I think Charlie, I think he showed a little bit of that throughout the game. He can beat guys off the dribble and get to the basket. I think me to a certain extent, you throw down low, I can score in the post. Olaf can knock down shots. When Devon comes back, he can get in the post and score. Eric as well in the post. So there's lots of pieces who can score. But
I guess at the same time, offense has not been the concern with this team. Defense. Right. How are you guys progressing in that department? Because I know it's a big focus.
Yeah.
You guys can't outscore everybody all the time.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You can't outscore everyone. And like you said, we've never really had a problem with our offense. We've always been able to score points. And but on the other hand, we have struggled with our defense since the time I've been here. And it's something that we've worked on, and it really didn't show in the game the other night how far we've come as a defensive team. I think Coach Rob said it in his post-game talk that the team we were out on the court wasn't the team we are in practice when it comes to defense. That's something that we were going to look at and focus on before our game against Coppin.
Is that an effort focus thing, and where do you feel like you guys have made those defensive improvements?
I think it's just making sure when no one doubts there's a difference between practice and game time, and I think it's just being able to lock in on a game, execute when the time comes, and I think that's just comes from a little bit of lack of experience. We're as much as we've improved on our defense, we're still pretty fresh with it, and with the excitement of the game, the lights are on, maybe guys just forgot a few things and just.
I imagine that start to the second half against Corbin was that more indicative of the team that you guys can be defensively, where they didn't score a point for quite a bit. I remember the time. I
think after the first 2 minutes of the second half, because they came out and still put up a few points and pushed it out to about 8 points, I think. But from that point on, I think we were more of the defensive team that we've wanted to show. But even then, we could have improved a lot. There was still a lot of things that we didn't do right that we focused on in practice. And
last couple for you, Coppin State on Sunday. This team isn't one to overlook. You guys had that tough loss to Towson, so nobody's sneaking up on you. What do you know about Coppin?
We know they're aggressive. They get up in your face, play defense. We know they're not afraid of anyone. These guys, play a lot of bigger teams in their preseason. They're used to playing, big teams from big conferences. So, they're not going to care that we're a Pac-12 team. And, like I was saying earlier, perhaps the fact that we almost lost to Concordia is a wake-up call, and we won't take Coppin State lightly. We're going to come out and, treat them a little bit more respectfully.
Last one for you. Are we going to see angry Angus or happy Angus win his first official game?
I think you'll see me somewhere in between. I can't be too emotional either way. I'm kind of one of those players that has to be kind of right in the middle to keep calm and be able to be a good leader out there and be a senior and stuff. But who knows? I might get a little angry throughout the game sometime.